Hello and what is going on, lovely people of the internet? It is Hootmoney here with another video for you guys today. Today we're going to be talking about Progenity stock, PROG. Once again, we're going to be talking about the upcoming catalyst in this week. We've got the Piper Sandler one-on-one conference with investors on Tuesday, November 30th, and Progenity is also set up extremely well from a technical level, so we're going to be going over that as well. If you guys don't mind dropping a like on the video, subscribing for more content, and hitting that post notification bell down below, that's always very highly appreciated. Also, I just want to clear up some misconceptions. Sounds like a game of telephone has been going on. People have been saying, oh, Hootmoney has sold his Progenity stock. Hootmoney is now bearish on Progenity. I'll clear it up right now, guys. I'm still bullish on it. I think we're going to bounce this week. I think we've got a nice fundamental catalyst coming on Tuesday this week, the conference where we may, in fact, get some partnership news. And also on Tuesday is the settlement date for short interest. And every time we do get a settlement date, or at least the last 3 or 4 times that we've got it, there has been a nice rise in share price afterwards. So with that, with the fundamental catalyst as well as the settlement date coming up on Tuesday, it should be a pretty interesting week this week for Progenity. So I'm definitely bullish on it. The short interest figures are not looking as strong, so perhaps me talking about those risks have come across to some people as me no longer being bullish, but I still own all of my Progenity stock, and I still think this thing has some upside. So that's all I got, and let's just get right into it. So as you guys can see, here we have Progenity. We have the daily candlesticks right here. We're right at the bottom of this expanding channel that we see right here. Lots of volatility, a lot of it due to the short squeeze, but if we zoom in here on the hourly, we can get a better understanding. So we're right here at support. We got a nice little bounce there. It was also trending using this 25-hour moving average as a little bit of a resistance. We saw a little bit of resistance there on Friday as well. I think this thing is set up on very good on a technical level though, because we are at support. Market Cipher is also reading that this thing does in fact come up. They got a buy signal right here. Money flow is still bearish right here. It was green money flow for a bit, but it turned bearish here on the 4-hour chart. But if we just look at the last times that we got these buy signals, there was one right here, right before the parabolic rise or the gamma squeeze that we saw last week. Another one right here, and then right here, we also got a nice rise out of it. Another one right here, got a nice rise out of it, and so on and so forth. Right here, nice rise out of it. So usually we do get a rise after we get these Market Cipher buy signals. So it is looking good. Looking a little bit different though on some of these other time frames. It's bearish money flow, but again, guys, it looks like we are going to get a reversal. It does. It really does. 15-minute time frame as well gave us a nice buy signal right before close, which would signal that we gap up a little bit at 4 a.m. as of Monday, which will be tomorrow once this video is released. One thing I wanted to show you guys here on the 1-minute chart is all of this manipulation that was going on at after hours on Friday. So the market was closed, right? It ended up closing, it looks like, at about 17, which is 5 p.m. But we got these 5 red or yellow X's right here, which signals whale manipulation. So technicals kind of get thrown out of the window when there is manipulation. So although there was like a bunch of buy signals right here on the minute chart, boom, 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 they don't mean anything because we get those yellow X's, which means whale manipulation. So someone who has lots of money was pushing this thing down into close on Friday, getting it to settle down at about 355 rather than where it closed about at 365. That's like the average of the previous price action there. So that is very interesting to say the least. So I just wanted to bring that up here. Also, if you guys wanted to check out Moomoo, they have the best promotion for any brokerage right now. It's up to $3,500 in free stock as long as you deposit $1 on their platform. So literally, guys, if you like free money, this is the best thing to do. You can check it out with the link in the description or in the pinned comment section. You can also, if you deposit up to $2,000 right here, you can get up to 3 free stocks, each of them valued up to $3,500 for a total of up to $10,500 if you deposit $2,000. But again, guys, just if you deposit $1, up to 3,500, which is beyond the best promotion that we've seen. So if you like free money, check it out. Links are below, description, pin comment section. Anyways, let's talk about the fundamentals. So Progenity strengthens its liquidity position. This was one of their recent press releases on their website. They just talk about their warrant exercises, other capital raising things that they have going on, and they say that they are pretty much good in terms of cash until Q3 of 2022. So that's very, very good. We shouldn't expect any out front delusion besides for what we got right here, which was the $90 million at the market. They're targeting the price of $4.89. So that's where they're likely going to end up selling some of this stock around, which could create additional selling pressure once we start trending towards the $5 range again. But they would not release an out the market offering if they weren't trying to get it for the price that they listed here. They're going to be doing it at the market, meaning they can do it for any market price of the underlying. But most of the times when they do specify a price in these listings right here, that means they're going for $4.89. So in the near term, I doubt they'll be selling anything. They're probably going to be targeting that $5 share price. Also right here to just discuss the implications of an at the market offering. Usually they happen for the company to temporarily take advantage of a higher stock price. So if the stock is trading higher than what it should be, they'll do an at the market offering. But they will also do it if there's an upcoming milestone event to raise capital. So if there is a fundamental catalyst coming up and they want to prepare for it because they think the stock price will be going up. So a lot of the times these at the market offerings are actually pretty bullish, and Progenity has a Piper Sandler event, which I briefly discussed already, one-on-one meeting with investors on Tuesday, November 30th. So there's rumors that they're going to talk about the partnerships being released, the big pharma partnerships. It's probably going to be Pfizer or AbbVie. There's some proof heading in that direction already. But again, guys, they have this catalyst. They also said on Friday that they got another patent. Progenity has filed another patent application. So there's so much in terms of fundamentals that is going for Progenity. So you can be bullish on the fundamentals if you are no longer bullish on the short squeeze. There's a reason to continue to be bullish on this. Also, all of this new information could be a reason that shorts cover. There might have just not ever been the opportunity for a short squeeze. And shorts are just covering because Progenity is simply turning into a fundamentally great company. That's also very much possibility. I also wanted to talk about the Athyrium situation. So Athyrium just yesterday on Friday, I guess 2 days ago once you're watching this video, they filed a 13D/A for Athyrium Opportunity, saying that they have about 67,000 shares. Now, something that you have to know is that the Schedule 13D was filed jointly by the following persons. So this is from the actual SEC document that they released for the 13D/A. And they don't mention Athyrium Capital Management here. They say all of these different entities under Athyrium, but they don't list Athyrium Capital Management. So they actually probably have more than 31% ownership under different entities. You can see right here, 67 million under Athyrium Opportunities 2020 LP. Again, Athyrium Capital Management was the last one to file this 13D/A. But if we scroll down here, you guys can also see the 13F that was filed on 11/15 from Athyrium Capital Management. It says they have about 36 million shares right there. So if you add that together, that's about 103 million shares of Progenity stock under all entities of Athyrium. So they likely do still maintain that 51% ownership. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you guys. I think they still have it. Also, we have still here on this regulation threshold securities list, meaning that failure to delivers are continuing to happen in Progenity stock. This past week, there was definitely tons of failure to delivers, which could also add some buying pressure over the next month because it takes about a month. So more like 3 weeks because the past week has already passed, obviously. So over the next 3 weeks, we might be seeing some additional buying pressure coming from these failure to deliver systems. That might be why this thing was pushed down again on Friday, all that manipulation to get some cheap shares to cover these failure to delivers. Also here on Ortex, I just want to go over why I don't necessarily think a short squeeze is going to happen. Again, you'll see about 8.5% short interest percentage of free float, about 10 million shares. So this is down from about 27% as of early last week. Then the float did increase, bringing it down, as well as tons of returned shares, and it's just not being borrowed as much, which is also a great sign. I mean, we're seeing this so much more often now. Usually it's more borrowed shares than returned shares, and we're getting more returned shares than borrowed shares. meaning that short sellers are just shorting this stock less overall, right? Which is also in result bringing down something like the cost to borrow, because short sellers are not as greedy to get short the stock, which is also a sign that there is actually a fundamental change in the company. I also want to show you guys the on loan number right here. It has come down from a peak of about 40 million shares on loan to about 25 million shares on loan, and this is obviously because of the influx of returned shares that we got. Again, 4.5 million as of Friday. Wednesday had 10 million. Tuesday had 10 million as well. Last Monday had about 6.4. 2 Fridays ago had about 6.7 million returned shares, and then it drops off to more normal numbers right there. But that just shows that it's not as much, and you can see that the yellow line is below the orange line for most of the part there. So people aren't shorting this stock as much anymore. People are returning their shares. So likely a lot of shorts did come out of this stock. We can also put on screen the average age on loan right there. This has come down as well to 22. So not all shorts have been squeezed, but shorts have been squeezed to some degree. All right, so shorts are not necessarily in the stock. So if you're in this stock for the short squeeze, I mean, it's hard to say that there still will be a short squeeze. Fintel dropped it down on its leaderboard to number 60 on its list. We were at number 1 for so long, so don't necessarily think that this thing will short squeeze at this point. That's essentially what I'm trying to say. And I guess the risk that would come out of this, and this is what I've been presenting to some of my Discord members as well as I've talked about on a live stream before, is the fact that all this volume right here, or at least a good majority of it, was coming from retail expecting a short squeeze. So if there's no short squeeze left, if it dropped down on that Fintel, no one's expecting a short squeeze, a lot of people are going to leave the stock, and that'll just create additional selling pressure. We also will likely see some more selling pressure around $5 per share, again, because of this prospectus, and they're going for that $4.89 price point right there. So for this thing to actually rocket through $5 a share all the way back to the 6s, I think it's going to be a lot more difficult now for that to happen. And again, guys, we're not going to have that added boost from the short squeeze. So what worries me is that people will just end up slowly exiting this thing as they realize that the short squeeze is less likely to occur. And that is legitimately a risk, because we did see all of this volume come in as the price did come up, and a lot of this volume, again, guys, was because people were expecting a short squeeze. So if they're not expecting a short squeeze anymore, there's a higher opportunity that they exit the stock. That's just how it works out. If people don't expect a short squeeze in a stock that was said to be an amazing short squeeze opportunity, a lot of people will in fact exit the stock. Now, because of the amazing technical setup that we have right now, as well as the catalyst that we're seeing on Tuesday this week, I'm continuing to hold this stock. I have no intentions of selling this thing anytime soon. I'm well above my cost basis. Everyone's in a different financial position. So again, guys, do what you want with your money. If you guys want to sell the stock, be my guest. You guys can go ahead and sell the stock. If you want to buy the stock because you believe in the company and you believe in the fundamentals of the company, also be my guest. It's your money, not mine. I have no right to tell you guys what to do with your personal money. I personally think that we get a bounce from here, especially coming into next week. But again, I can't predict the future. Anything can happen. And I guess where you guys might want to be concerned is if it does break out of this long-term trend line right here on this chart. If it breaks below, that could signify more pain to come in Progenity stock. So be aware of the risks. That's all I'm saying. We can go to Fintel right here if there's more shares to be available. That's why I don't think that utilization is quite at 99% that Ortex is saying. Cost of borrow is coming down here on Fintel as well. Short volume is still very, very high. If there is no liquidity crisis, anything like that, shorts are less likely to short this. I do expect short volume to be coming down in the stock. It's hard to say right now because it's still high. Obviously, we just got 53% short volume right there. And this number alone is sussing me out a little bit, making me think that, oh, maybe there is a little bit of short juice left in this stock. But yeah, it's still very, very high. So I'll definitely be paying attention to this figure to see if it drops down at all. Failure to delivers, we should be getting some of these numbers soon. Some of these updated numbers for the first half of November, and I'll be analyzing based on that. But I do expect in the week of parabolic price movement, volatile price movement, where the gamma squeeze was occur 11/19, PROG week. During that week, there probably was tons of failure to deliver. So over the next 3 weeks or so, there's probably going to be some increased buying due to those failure to delivers. Moving into the options flow, we saw the first bearish flow in a while. This might be because of Thanksgiving week. Overall volume and call option volume was a lot lower this week, the lowest it's actually been since this stock was under $1 in share price. If we pull up the charts right here, you guys can see it was about 87% bearish premium. The bears are targeting 1210 and 1203. They're also targeting that $4 and $4.50 strike price right there. Going into the historical flow, you guys can see this is what I was saying. The historical flow is at the lowest point that it's been since the beginning of the short squeeze right here at the end of September. It hasn't been this low in a while, guys. And I don't know if it's because this week was Thanksgiving week or if whales are just simply less bullish on Progenity. It's hard to say, but we're not seeing the same amount of selling pressure of these calls either. So I think it was the Thanksgiving week thing. We'll see what happens though. Next week, we should be getting into Christmas rally season and we should be seeing some increased volume in the stock market in general. So next week, I think will be a very good week for Progenity, especially on Tuesday. That should be a very interesting just a day for Progenity in general. If we're looking at the biggest options trades right here, most of the bullish trades right here were selling of put options. One of them was buying of a call option. It was about 60% bearish overall. The biggest bet of the day being buying that put option, $4 strike price expiring 1210 for 50K premium right there. And if we scroll down here, dark pool volume as well has been coming down, but I think that's just coming down with overall volume. Again, Thanksgiving week is historically a very low volume week. Anyways, guys, that's about it for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. As always, drop a like if you guys did, subscribe for more, hit that post notification bell so you never miss a beat here on this channel. That's what I got for my Progenity analysis. I think this should be a very interesting week with that Piper Sandler conference on November 30th, as well as the settlement date. We usually see some parabolic rises after the settlement date, so we'll see what happens. We're right at that support. We have a great technical setup. Market Cipher also gave it that buy signal that has been very, very successful over the past. I do think we will see additional selling pressure once we get towards those $5, $4, upper $4 ranges, but in the end of the day, I really can't predict day-to-day price action. It's extremely difficult. I could be completely wrong, but I do in fact see some resistance once we get to that upper $4 region. Anyways, guys, that's about it. If you guys wanted to check out Moomoo, you can get up to $3,500 in free stock. It's essentially free money, guys, so if you don't like free money, I guess don't check it out. I like free money, so yeah, links are below, description or pinned comment section. Anyways, guys, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Peace.